Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are checking out Kaiju number 8, the game. Now, I stayed up last night. I watched the hour-and-a-half Japanese live stream with no English subtitles to see what it had to offer. They said English subtitles were coming later. They're still not there, so I can't do a deep dive on the live stream, but I want to let you guys know about the release date of this game. We're going to look at the trailer, some of the gameplay aspects, just to get a general overview of the game. Now, I want to make it very clear at the start of this one. I am not expecting a bunch out of this game. I was on stream a few days ago and we were looking at upcoming games just on the Play Store, and this was like up there in the coming soon games. And so then I looked up the anime and then I binged the anime, which I absolutely love. So now I want to play the game, but often these games are just hard carried by the IP and fall behind in some other things. Now, one thing I'm really hopeful for is a good reroll system, because it's done by the same people that did Tribe 9. However, because it's done by the same people that did Tribe 9, I'm worried about a 2-month EOS. So that's my whole round about this game. I'm just looking forward to it because I like the anime. I'm going to play it for what it is. I have no idea. I'm letting you guys know the info. So, first of all, the release date for this game is going to be on the 31st of this month. So we've got about, 25 days to wait, and then the game will be out. The game is launching globally. Well, at least I know it's launching in Japan and in Japanese and English. I don't know all the regions, whether it's doing China and all that, but we are going to get the global version at the same time as the JP version. And something else that really excites me for this game is that it seems like there's no betas or anything, so we just jump into it blind. What is it? It's a turn-based game. We will look at the trailer in a sec, and I'll update you guys on that one. But the other things that we have is the rewards. So if we get to 1 million pre-registrations, they're going to give us a free 5-star selector for a character of your choice. Now, if you've watched the anime, you probably know all these characters. I know a lot of people are probably going to just go for Kaiju number 8. Honestly, Mina looks sick in this game because she actually has the tiger with her. I love the way the tiger is she watches her back because she's like a ranged attacker, but then on top of that, it braces her when she's shooting her massive cannon. So serves two purposes. Something about the tiger in the anime. I just it doesn't get too much screen time, but I absolutely love it. So I'm tempted to go for Mina, but also Hoshida, the dude, when I first saw him, oh, this guy's a bit of a weirdo, but then you get into his main few episodes and the dude is an absolute savage. So I love him as well. So I think it's going to be between those three for me. I think we'll end up going for whatever the stronger looking character is based in skills, but that is what we got. We also get the extra ones. We get I believe this is a SR version, or a epic, the non-high rarity, the 4-star version of Hoshina. So it looks like they're going to have the different rarities versions of the characters as well as a thing. We also get the Mina on her 4-star rarity. I'm just going to call it that for now. Oh yeah, it says 4-star. And then we get 20 pools as well, plus the premium currency. So that's what it's looking like for pre-registration. So if you don't want to pre-register, you can go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's what we're looking at there. If you see here the characters, so this is what I was talking about. If we go over to this one, okay, so let's watch this. So this is a pretty cool website, the way you can come and just take a look at all these things. But let's take a look at hers, because like I said, I love the tiger. Something about the tiger, and she's got this massive cannon, is just so wicked. But the way they do it is so nice. So let's take a look at this. She'll do her ultimate here in a sec, I think. Yeah, here it is. So they even do it the way she does it in the anime, which is the tiger braces her so the recoil doesn't get her. I don't know. I just love it. It's so damn cool. Once again, I'm not expecting the world out of this game. I just like the IP, and so I'm excited because I get to play something with the IP and do a progression. That's pretty much where we're at. I don't know how long term this shit's going to be, but hey, that stuff's cool. Gets me excited. Boom. Dude, I love the tiger. Something about it. Anyway, that is that one. I want to bounce over here and take a look at the most recent trailer, and then we can talk a little bit more about the gameplay and that style of thing. Now, the other thing is, it is going to be released on Android and iOS. It is going to be eventually released on Steam for a PC client. I don't know when it will release on Steam, and I don't know if it will have at the global launch a separate PC client. So I'm not too sure on the PC side of things. All I know is it will be coming because it's here on Steam, but when, I'm not too sure, and what avenues, I'm not too sure. So that's just to cover that one. And then they obviously got their Twitter, where I'm getting a bunch of the stuff from. You can see there's the official release date there. A lot of the stuff is just done in JP and then they just translate for English. So not too sure how that's going to be handled. But if we go to the, I believe this one takes us to the Play Store. I want to say this one no, if you're on PC, it takes you to PC. Wait, I'll find the Play Store and I'll show you guys quickly. Okay, here we go. I found it. And if we go here, you can see that the two games they've done is Kaiju number 8 and Tribe 9. And dude, honestly, Tribe 9 was a great reroll. They were super generous in the, if you forget what happened with Tribe 9, the beta was amazing. Everyone loved the beta. They nerfed the shit and got super greedy for the launch. Everyone complained. They did a full like refund, like where you got all your pools back and stuff like that, and then announced EOS. So I'm hoping they learned from Tribe 9 not to fuck this game over instantly. We'll have to wait and see. That's why I'm not like getting super excited like this is going to be my 5-year game. No, this is a game that I'm going to play because I like the anime. I love the honeymoon phase of any game, and then maybe we break up after that. We'll have to wait and see. Get an early divorce from this game. Could be the case, or they could learn from their mistakes in Tribe 9, do really well, and we could stay long term with it. Who knows? But dude, I'm just like in peak. Like I just watched the most recent episode of the anime, so that's why I'm in like hyper excited mode at the moment. Is what it is. Anyway, let's jump over here and take a look at the trailer. And I'm going to pause this a lot to go through the gameplay because I think I have a pretty good grasp on just looking at it, how the gameplay is going to work. I think it's going to be very, very similar to Honkai Star Rail. And I'm not sure if we're going to get English voiceovers in the game. I do hope so. And also, I believe we are going to get original characters. Like in one of the posters, I believe some of them are original characters. I'm not sure if they're original because I've only watched the anime. I haven't read the manga. So I'm not sure if they're original characters or from the manga. So keep that, take a grain of salt. Definitely worth watching the anime though. Dude, the tiger, it's so damn cool. Alright. So here's combat. My face isn't covering shit, so you can stay looking at my ugly mug. So here you can see, like, this is why I think it's going to be very, very similar to Honkai Star Rail. You can see down the bottom there, we have, like, what looks to be our turn order. You can see it cycles through a few turns. You can see when her next turn is happening, and then you can see it collapsing through. I'm not sure if there's anything else in that, but that is the basic turn order that it looks like. You can see we've got our 4 characters that we've deployed, and you can see that they each have their own ultimate gauge. Very, very similar to Honkai Star Rail if you've played. Then we have this single target attack here and a single target attack here. So we have 2 attacks, and then under that you can see just where the menus are. You can see there's like almost like an ammo type thing. That is kind of your skill points. One of your abilities is going to consume them, and one of them is going to generate them. Then your ultimate is going to generate over time. I'm not sure if you can use it outside of your turn though, like in Honkai Star Rail, but that's kind of what we are looking at. So let's just take a bit of a look. So you can see here that you can see, sorry, like the menus are in the way, but in the bottom right, you can see that this attack is consuming a skill point, essentially. This is running between waves. You can see we're on wave 2 of 3 now. You can see we've got auto. We've got the 2x speed on as well. The ultimate gauges are building up. You can see he's using another attack that's going to consume. You can see it's a single target attack, so he's single target, even though it's a grenade anyway. Yeah, he's going to be consuming one there. And then we saw follow-up there as well. So it looks like there's going to be like follow-up attacks as well. See, follow-up. So let's just go back again to wait for this one, wait for the next guy. Alright, so we do the... So boom. And then we get the follow-up attack. Now, I'm assuming that was in the same cycle of battle, but once again, I could be wrong. But there's the follow-up attack. So she's generating a skill point there, and you can see him. It looks like he's just using a basic attack because he's going to be generating a skill point again. Then we get the follow-up. Boom. Dude, that's too cool. I love his stance at the end of it. I wonder if they're going to make Kaiju number 8 just completely busted or not. Okay, so now we get to look at a few of the systems here. Let me just go back a tiny bit. Okay, so obviously you've got different weapons, so we're gonna have different axes. Now, obviously she only has the one equipped, which is like the one she has in the anime. I don't know if we're gonna get different aesthetic for different axes and weapons in the game. That would be really cool. Or whether she's just always going to have the aesthetic of her axe. I would love it if you equip a different weapon and you get the appearance of the weapon, so I'm not too sure. You can see HP attack. After the equipped unit activates a combat skill, applies attack plus 9%, 2 turns the equipped unit, max 3 stacks. Before the equipped unit attacks, a kaiju that has a debuff applies yada yada yada. So you can see the weapons have their stats and they also have effects. Okay, over here we come into characters, battle ready stance, additional passive skills. So we've got the passive skills on the left hand side, and then we've got our active skills. By the looks of it, you can see the ultimate, we've got the normal attack, we got the combat skill, then we got the follow-up. So it looks like everyone's going to have a follow-up, and then we got a core passive, but it looks like we get additional passives. Not sure if we're going to get all of them straight away or how they're going to unlock, but that's kind of a look at what we have over there. I don't think there was too much that I missed there. So once again, he's got the weapon. He doesn't really have a SIG weapon in the game, in the anime, but this weapon actually looks like the purple one. So maybe they are. That is the way it's going to work. You actually get the different weapons. Because the thing with this game is I feel like they're limited on like really cool characters. So I think having customizable weapons is going to be something that really like makes it feel better, kind of like what Girls Frontline 2 has, with you equip your weapon and you actually get the weapon that looks like that. So that's pretty cool. Before the equipped unit activates, the ultimate applies healing multiplier plus 21% to the equipped unit. Okay, so he's going to be a healer. Yeah. So this is our squad setup. You can see we got Kikoro, we got Kaiju number 8, which is Kafka in like, so that's going to be, I'm assuming when you get Kaiju number 8, like it's not going to be Kafka that transforms, it's just going to be him full on. And that's kind of what we're looking at for our team. Now, the other thing I want to point out is that we've got like, it looks like, he's got like a type of damage. This looks like maybe a support icon or something like that. I'm not too sure what all the icons are, so I have to wait and see. So once again, we're looking through the different weapons over here. And all the weapons that they have look like the ones they have equipped, so that gives me a good promise there. Alright, let's see. Yeah, dude, it's cool. Wait, is his weapon the suit? His weapon is the suit. That is too cool. I love that. If there is a core exposed on a kaiju on the field, the equipped unit's damage increased by 21%. Dude. That would be so cool with the anime. So I don't know this chick. So I don't know if this is an original character or someone from the manga who I haven't got to yet in the anime. But all these characters I do not know. But yeah, obviously scenes from the anime that they're going to be going through in the game as well. Don't know if we're going to get any more gameplay in this trailer. And there we go, August 31st. So once again, I don't know what to expect from the game overall, but it looks all right. It's a cool IP, and that's what I'm rolling with, and we'll take it from there. Let me know if you guys are interested in this at all and whether you play it. But yeah, I don't know the longevity of the game or anything like that, but I'm right into the anime at the moment, so I was pretty excited about it. Let me know your thoughts. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.